All right, Colin and Caden. Caleb. I'm going to call him Caden every single time. And is that it? Yeah, those two. Okay, and whoever in the 5th period class, I don't know. This is 2D figures. So we kind of started, and I said these 4 2D figures, I'm going to expect you to know the perimeter and area of. So get these embedded into your brain. All right, let's start with square because he's easy. When we're talking perimeter, we're talking about this blue path all the way around, okay? And when you're finding the perimeter of a square, right, it's the distance around, so you're adding the sides up. Because a square has all of the sides the same, it would be like 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3, right? Or I could take 4 times 3, and that's 12, right? Because there's 4 sides. That would be easy. Good. Okay, when I'm trying to find the area, what's the area of a square? Inside, like the filled in center, how do you find the area of a square?
3 squared.
It's like base times height or length times width, right? So I take this guy times this guy. Yeah. And it's 3 squared, which is 9 in this case. And it would be units squared, whatever that is, right? This is just units. Okay, good. Do we know that? Rectangle, what's the difference in rectangle? Like it's the same thing, basically, okay? Except you can't just go through and say 4 times that length or whatever, because maybe I have a 3 and a 2, and a 3 and a 2. So if I do that, 3 plus 2 plus 3 plus 2, or they say 2 times 3, because there's 2 3s, plus 2 times 2, because there's 2 2s. That make sense? There's 2 3s and 2 2s. Here's what I do. You want to know what I do? I do 3 plus 2 is 5 times 2. That's what I do. Because it's doubled over here. So I don't do the formula even. I do that. That makes more sense to me. Does that make sense? Yeah, sure. Okay, so that's perimeter, right? And then when we're doing area is the same formula as the area over here for square, and that is length times width, or base times height. 3 times 2, which is 6, and that's in units squared. Okay, do we know those, all formulas, everything? We know those? Okay. All right, let's bump up to a triangle. How do you find the perimeter of a triangle? Yeah, there's no shortcut. You just add them together. 4 plus 3 plus 2. Add them all together, whatever that is, 9, right? Okay. Now, here's the kicker. When we are finding a triangle, okay, I'm going to give you an easier triangle to begin with. Let's say we're talking about a right triangle, right? Okay. Let's say this is 4 and this is 3. I don't know, right? And that's a right triangle, okay? I'm going to, I'm going to base times height, but then I'm going to divide it by 2 because, like, if this were a rectangle, it would be 12, right? But a triangle is half of a rectangle, right? So we're going to take base times height, and we're going to divide by 2. Or you might see the formula as 1/2 the base times the height. That means the same thing, right? Half of the base times the height, or base times height divided by 2. Now, when your triangle looks like this and it's not quite so nice, you need to just be careful. Your base here is 4, right? But your height is not 2. And it's not even 3. It's this height right here, right? So let's say that's like 1.5. I didn't give you a very nice number, right? Okay? So base times height, that would be 4 times 1.5. You know what 4 times 1.5 is? 6, right? 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times 1/2 is 2, right? So that's 6. But then I have to divide by 2. So that's 3 total for the area of a triangle, right? Every triangle area is base times height divided by 2. Just make sure that, here's the kicker, the base and the height must be perpendicular to each other, okay? This height right here is not perpendicular to that base, so I know that that's not the dimensions that I use, right? It's got to be those two. This one here and this one here. They have to be perpendicular at a perfect 90-degree angle. That's the base and the height that I use. Got it? Okay? All right, circle. Do you know the area and circumference of a circle? Oh, circumference, by the way, that is the same thing as perimeter. They just call it something different. Because there was an old dead guy that came up with this formula, and I'm pretty sure his last name was circumference. Whatever. I don't know. So he gets credit for it. I don't know. But it's perimeter. Circumference is perimeter. Okay, so it's the distance around the circle. Now, I have lots of formulas for circles floating around in my head, right? Do you know formulas for circles? Like pi r squared. That's one of them, right? Does that sound familiar? Pi r squared. Another one is 2 times pi times r, which is also the same thing as diameter times pi. Okay, let's talk about the second one. 2 times pi times r. 2 times the r. Oh, let's back up even further. I'm getting ahead of myself. What does r mean?
Radius.
The radius, what is the radius? Do we know that? I kind of skipped over that part. Do we know that the radius is from the center to the outside? Now, you can drop a radius wherever you want to. You can put a radius here if you want. You can put a radius here if you want. And they're all going to be the same distance, right? Yeah. It's half of the diameter. So, if the radius is 5, the diameter is 10. And technically, you can drop a diameter wherever you want to either, right? You could put the diameter this direction. That's really bad. Diameter here. You can put a diameter here. Wherever you want to put the diameter, it's all the way across the circle. So, it's double versus half. Got it? Okay, so since we know that 2 times the radius is equal to the diameter, I can write this equation either way, right? 2 times the radius times pi or the diameter times pi. Now, let's say I'm going to go with this one. Diameter, actually, no, I'm going to go with this one. I'm going to go with these two, okay? One of those is area, and one of those is circumference. And the thing that I see the most from geometry kids is mixing those two around, even on a test. Even after we've done the whole chapter, and we've said one is one and one is the other, you still switch them around, okay? Because both of those formulas involve a 2. One is here, one is there. Both of them involve the radius, and both of them involve pi. So it's like crap. If they all involve the same numbers, which one is area and which one is circumference? The top one's area. Why? Because area is in units squared, right? So the square formula goes with area because that's in units squared. Area is units squared. That can help you remember it, right? And this is going to be your circumference, right? The distance around, 2 pi r. There's no exponents in the circumference. There's an exponent in area, right? Okay? So they're all going to involve the same 3 pieces, a 2, a pi, and an r. In one of them, the 2 is a square, and that's area, because area is units squared. Got it? Yeah? Easy peasy? Okay, so let me give you this thing. Let's say the diameter is 12. Okay. Let's find the area of that, right? So area is pi r squared. What's the radius? Not 12. 6, right? The area is 6, okay? So 6 squared. There's another thing that I see people screw up. You have to do like the PEMDAS, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, whatever. You do not multiply the pi and the 6 first. What do you do first? You square the 6, right? You do the parentheses and exponents first. So you square the 6. So this should end up being 36. So you take 36 times pi in your calculator and you get something like 113.04. Now, when you do that, do you use the pi button in your calculator? No. You should. Because otherwise it's not going to be exact. Do you guys all know where the pi button is in your calculator? If you have one like this, it is like on the main screen, right here. Use the pi button, okay? Maybe practice typing in 36 pi. You don't even have to put times in between them. You can just type in 36 pi equals. That's it.
113.097.
Oh, did I not write that right? 0.09? 0.097? So 0.10 is what he should be, right? Yeah? If we round him? So that 9 should round up to the next digit, okay? So there's that, all right? If we go to do circumference is 2 times pi times the radius, right? And the radius is 6. So if you want to simplify that a little bit, you could just make him 12 pi, okay? So type in 12 pi into your calculator. And that is about,
37.699111.
6991. Okay, so how are we going to round him? 0.7 if we round him to this digit, right? The 9 is going to round him up. Do we know how to round correctly? Yeah. Ella Bren is a TA for the the 4th grade, Mrs. Auctioner's class. And she said they are rounding and they are struggling a lot with rounding. Okay.
Wait, Miss Auctioner doesn't have rotating classes
anymore? No, she just has the 4th grade. Row. Okay. You looked concerned. Yes, you need the pi button.
I'm saying, because I don't know.
Pi button in your calculator. He is right. Where is he? Right here.
Find wood.
Right there. So you're going to hit shift and you're going to hit that button, right? The shift is this color And the pi is that color. So that's how you remember. Shift that guy equals. There you go. Yep, perfect. Everybody else find their pi button?
Yeah, it's down here.
Yeah? Okay, perfect. All right, let's do some stuff. Here we go. Find the perimeter or circumference and area of each figure. Holy Moses. All right, rectangle. Here's where this gets a little unpleasant, folks. Woo! This is a rectangle, right? We know it's a rectangle, but we don't have the dimensions of it. How do we find that?
What we were doing last chapter.
Yeah, what we were doing last chapter. We have to find the distance between these guys, right? How do you do the distance?
Like a triangle out of it.
This guy, right? The distance formula, a squared plus b squared equals c squared, right? So I'm going to do this left side right here, or this right side. That's a right side. How far is 1 and 5? 4. How far apart is 7 and 3? 4. I kid you not, you will use the distance formula a lot in this class. Holy moly. This is 16, and this is 16, and 16 plus 16 is 32, and 32, the square root of 32 is like 5 point something.
Comes out to 5.65.
6.5?
So 5.7.
Let's go 6.56, so 6.6. Let's go 2 decimals. We'll round to 1 decimal at the very, very end, right? But let's do 2 decimals until we do the last piece. Okay, now, the nice thing is, since I know that this is a rectangle,
This one is the same.
this one is 5.66 also. So I don't have to do it 4 times, I only have to do it twice, right? Make sense? Okay. So now let's do this bottom side right here. This guy distance formula, this guy squared plus this guy squared. And let's see what we have. We've got how far apart are 0 and 5? 5. How far apart is 3 and negative 2? 5. 5 squared is 25. 5 squared is 25. 25 plus 25 is 50. And that's the square root of that is 7.10.
1.0.
Okay? 7.10 and 7.10. Okay. All right. Now we want to do perimeter, which is adding all 4 of those up. Or I take 7.10 plus 5.66 and I double that. You do it however you want. Perimeter. You can add them all up. I don't care.
25.5.
25.52. I don't care. Sure. We can do 2 decimals. At least give me 1 decimal. 25.52 is perimeter. And that is in what? Units.
What?
Or units. Just units. Because we don't have a unit, right? So we just put 25.52 units. But it's not unit squared, right? That is for area. To find area, we're going to take the base, which is 7.10, times the height, which is 5.66. What is it? 40.186. So let's go 40.19. And that's in units squared. If you want to do u squared, I'm totally fine with that. Okay? If you want to abbreviate, you say u squared. That's totally fine. Okay? That is a rectangle. Got it? So you might have to do a little bit of work before you do the final work. Good, good? All right, B is a circle, I'm pretty sure. Circle. All right. They give me the point for the center, and they give me a point on the outside. And so I have to do the distance to find the radius, right? So radius equals distance formula, this guy squared plus this guy squared. Okay. How far apart is 4 and 6? 2. How far apart is 8 and 3? 5. 2 squared is 4. 5 squared is 25. That's the square root of 29, which is 5 point something. 385. So 39? 5.39 is my radius. Okay. I'm going to mark that on here. 5.39. All right. I want to find the area, and I want to find the circumference. Area is pi r squared. Right? So I'm going to put that 5.39 in there. Okay? And then circumference is 2 times pi times r. Okay? Practice typing those formulas in. Wouldn't be a bad idea. Somebody got an answer for me? What you got, Caden? Not that? Okay. Okay. It didn't matter. It didn't matter. It didn't have to be in parentheses. Yeah, you can type that in and not in parentheses, and that's totally fine. What'd you get?
Oh, I got for area, I got 91.27.
91.27.
Circumference is 33.87.
That sounds about right.
9.95.
33.95
Ish.
ish. This is in units, and this is in units squared. Zip. No, wrong. Other way around. I did area first. Right?
Yeah.
Circumference is units, area is units squared. Did everybody get that? That tried it? Yeah, not too bad. Okay, so you just might have to work for it a little bit. Okay, happy? I mean, you're not happy about it, but whatever it is. All right, example 2, modeling with two-dimensional figures. I don't know. Use an appropriate two-dimensional model and the dimensions provided in the image to calculate the perimeter and area of the plate. What is this shape? It's a square. Perimeter and area. Perimeter is adding them all up. Since they're all 12.5s, I can do for the perimeter 12.5 times 4, which is 50. 50 inches, right? They're giving me actual dimensions, right? And then to find area, I take 12.5 times the other 12.5, and that is 156.25 inches squared. Easy peasy. Do we know what we're doing? Yeah. Okay. Not too bad, not too bad. Okay, example 3. Using a two-dimensional model. Now this gets a little bit hairy. A new fire code. All right. A new fire code states that there must be 15 square feet of free space for every customer in the cafe. How many people can be in the cafe? Oh, you're killing me. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's talk about this. Free space. What's considered free space? All of this out here. Okay. So, how many objects do we have that are not free space that we have to, like, take into consideration?
CTT.
We have 4 of them, right? We have this guy, we have this guy, we have this guy, we have this guy, right? We have 4 objects, right? Okay. All right. So we need to find the what? Area or perimeter? Area. Let's find the whole area of this entire room. Okay. If we find the whole area of this entire room, if we start here, that is 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. This room is 15 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. It's 15 by 15. It is a square. So to find the whole area, I take 15 times 15 or 15 squared, which is 225. The whole area is 225. 225. Now, from there, I'm going to start subtracting areas out, right? So like this cafe counter, let's call it C. If I'm trying to find the area of this top guy right here, he is a rectangle and he is 3 by 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. So what's his area? 33, right? That's what C is, yeah?
Finding the length of the C, you could have done that an easier way.
That's true. We could have subtracted the 2's on the side. Is that what you thought? Okay, let's go D, which is the drink station. He is a triangle, right? Okay, and the base of that triangle is 6, and the height of that triangle is 5. So triangle would do 6 times 5, which is 30, divided by 2 is 15. So that is 15. The drink station is 15. Now, the 2 tables are exactly the same, right? So table, I'm going to do 1, okay? So we need the base and the height of the table. Holy moly. All right, here we go. This guy right here, square root of that squared plus that squared. How far is 1 and 3? 2. How far is 5 and 4? 1. 2 squared is 4. 1 squared is 1. So 4 plus 1 is the square root of 5. And the square root of 5 is? 2.24. And this is also 2.24. Okay? We need to find this guy's area. All right. Now I'm going to go the other side. Doing the top side or the bottom side? Does it matter with the coordinates? Top? Okay, let's do the top side. So this guy right here, this side, square root of, okay, how far apart is 1 and 3? 2, how far apart is 5 and 9? 4, and 2 squared is 4, and 4 squared is 16, and 16 plus 4 is the square root of 20, which is? 4.47 and 4.47. All right, now I've got to figure out the area of this table. How do I do that?
2.24
times 4.47.
10.012.
What?
10.01.
Yeah.
We'll go 10.01, and there's 2 tables, so 10.01. Now what do I do with these 4 things? Add them together and subtract it from 225. Okay, this is not free space. We're gonna try to find the free space. So those added together is 68.02. 0.2. 156.98. This is how much free space there is, and that is in feet squared, right? 156.98 feet squared is the free space. Yeah? Did you do that right? I think so. Right? 225 minus the 68.02, which is all four of those added together. 156.98. But hold on, we're not done yet. It says we need to have 15 square feet of space for every customer in the cafe. We're going to divide that by 15.
10,
10.5.
5,
10.5. So how many customers can we have? No.
10, you gotta run.
Yeah, you got to round down because if I have 11, then we're over capacity, right? So I can only have 10 customers. You see what we just did? Yeah. Okay. That was a loaded question. Holy moly. Loaded. All right. Good? Anything else? Okay. There you go. 9 problems. All right. Goodbye, boys.